Hello, unique divas. How are you guys doing? Longest time. It's good to be back again. All right, for this tutorial, I'll be teaching you how to make this trending spiral turban. Some people call it Senegalese spiral turban design. I don't really know, but just stay tuned. I'll be putting you through on a quick tutorial on how to achieve this design. Alright guys, so for this project, I'll be using 1 yard of poly fabric. This is normal poly, a stretchy fabric. I will advise you, if you want to do this design, get a very stretchy fabric. If it stretches on both sides, it's even best. You understand? If yours stretches on both sides, mine stretched only on one side. Like this length part now, the length part here is stretchy. And the length of my fabric measures 40 inches by 36 inches width. 40 inches length by 36 inches width. Please get a very stretchy fabric. It will make your work not to be so stressful. So at this point, I'll be marking 4 inches, just the way you are seeing. And these 4 inches I'll be marking here is for the band, okay? Continue to mark down, and once you are done marking it, this will be the way you get your band. Just fold it the way you are seeing. Make it to touch that point you marked. For beginners, you can use pin to hold it. But if you have been into turban making, this shouldn't be new to you. You understand? You can cut out and add, or you can just sew the way you are seeing here. I don't need to cut out and start adding later and start attaching the band later. I measured everything together. All right, so here I'll be using pin now to hold the tip of the fabric down to that place I marked down. Then the way you see it, I'll take it to my sewing machine and I'll just take little and sew. All right, this is the outcome of my work. You can see the right and the wrong side. Okay, this is the wrong side, and I'll be marking on the wrong side. I'm so sorry, I'll be diverting a little. So many people have been asking me, Ma, what's happening? I mean, I've not been seeing you online. Guys, I didn't know Whitlow campaign this way, campaign this much. If you see my hand is healing, I really thank God for quickly healing. For a month plus now, I can't even do anything with these hands. I know if you do anything. Even to press phone is even wahala. The pain was so intense. But thank God I'm recovering. So you can see the reason why I've been absent. But thank God I'm back, okay? Alright, I'll be marking on the wrong side. But please, mark on the right side of your fabric. Don't mark here. If you're a beginner, mark on the right side. I have my reasons. The reason why I'm marking on the wrong side is I want to respond to someone that sent a message to me too. She said, Ma, when most people are doing this work, they mark on the right side. Must you mark on the right side? And I want to prove to her that you can mark on the wrong side. That is the back of the fabric. So what I'm marking here now is from the tip of this fabric, I marked 4 inches. If you don't want to mark 4 inches, from that point I'm showing you, you can mark 2 inches. You can understand, you can mark 2. But just take your tip, place it to the tip of this fabric. Just look and see it. From here, place it there. It will be 4 inches. So what we'll be marking here now is 4 inches. 4 inches from the tip of that band to where I marked. So mark 4 inches throughout. So once I'm done marking 4 inches, you mark 4 inches from the line again. That line, you can see it, mark 4 inches, not from the tip of the band though. From that line, that place you marked 4 inches, place on top of it and mark 4 inches again. You understand? So this is 4 inches, from here to here, 4 inches. So next one I'll be marking now is 1 inch. 1 inch. I don't know if you understand me. So you start marking 1 inch throughout the fabric. Remember I said get a stretchy fabric. Alright, then after marking 1 inch, you mark 4 inches. So you can see the way it's repeating. You mark 4 inches, you mark 1 inch, you mark 4 inches, you mark 1 inch. So once you are done marking, you mark again 1 inch. 1 inch. So after marking 1 inch, the next time you'll be marking again is 4 inches. So you can see the procedure. Next one will be 1 inch, and after marking 1 inch, the next one will be 4 inches. So the reason why I'm showing you all this is so you don't get confused. Okay, so I'm marking throughout my fabric, and you can use your tape rule to do the joining. You You can use your ruler to join everything if you want, okay? So this is the way it will be. Don't forget to mark on the right side too. It will be easy for you. Mark on the right side, not on the wrong side here. On the right side of your fabric, as in turn this fabric, then you mark on the right side. I have my reasons for marking on this left side, but I will be teaching you how to join. Now, let me assume you are done marking the whole thing just the way you are seeing it here on the right side. What you'll be getting here is 5 pleats. If you fold and sew, you're getting 5. Whether it's on the wrong or the right side, you'll be getting 5 pleats. So I'll be teaching you how to fold if it's on the right side. So let's assume it's on the right side. This is what you should do. You can see the way I picked that point that I marked 4 inches. You use your pin to hold it down. Next thing you do again is pick that point. You must see it 4 inches and 4 inches. 4 inches and 4 inches. You can see it. You just pick the center. Make sure the line, that 4 inches dot, aligns with each other. Use your pin to hold it down. So I'll be doing it again so you understand it very well. So you check again that point you marked 4 inches. See it here. And this point again you marked 4 inches. You can see it. Just pick the center, adjust it. Make sure the two lines are touching each other. But do this on the if you marked on the right side though, not if you have marked on the wrong side this way. If you marked on the right side, please do it this way. Then sew down. You sew down. I don't know if you understand me. So I'll be doing it for the next line again. Watch. We have 1 inch here, B. Please, that tiny line there, ignore it. You can see that tiny space. Ignore it. Just mind that 4 inch and 4 inch. These two lines here, 4 inch and 4 inch. Pick it this way again. Make it to touch each other the way you are seeing it. Use your pin and hold it down. Don't forget, this is for those people that are marked on the right side. What I'm showing you now is if you marked on the right side. So you pick again 4 inch and 4 inch, then you fold it this way, use your pin and hold it down. Please don't pick the 1 inch part too. That thing is allowance. So once I'm done doing the picking and the pinning, you place it this way and sew down. This is for those that used the right side. So you continue to do this process until you sew the whole fabric down and you'll be getting 5 pleats. Now, if you marked on the wrong side, just the one I did mine, so what you will do, just fold this way and this way. You can see what I'm doing now. Fold this one this way, use your pin and hold it down this way. This is for people that have been into this work, professionals. So if you're not a professional, don't try this. So I'll pick the 4 inch again and 4 inch. See it here. 4 inch here and 4 inch. Place it this way. Make it to touch each other. This is for those that marked at the back. Those that marked at the back, just the way I did. Then once I'm done doing that, use your pin to hold it down. Then I will sew everything this method. But I advise you to do the beginner's method. Don't do my method though. Don't do my method though. If you don't know how to sew well, do that beginner's method I told you. Mark on the right side. Please mark on the right side to avoid story that touches the heart. Alright, so I'm done sewing and this is the outcome of mine. Alright, so what I'll be doing here is that I'll fold this fabric and I want to mark my head circumference. My head circumference is 22 inches, so half of 22 inches is 11 inches. So because this fabric is quite stretchy, what I'll be doing here is I'll mark 10 inches. Instead of marking 11, I remove 1 inch because it is very stretchy and I'll be marking 10 inches here, okay? So once I'm done marking 10 inches, I will take it to my sewing machine and I will sew from here down. You can see it. So after sewing, this is the way it looks. Then I will use my scissors to cut out this excess part. Please don't sew this pleat. So you can see I avoided the pleats. Don't sew it. Then I'll be using scissors to just cut out this excess part. Then once I'm done cutting it out, I will start forming the holes for my loop. So from this side now, fold the way you're seeing. Just fold this way because I'll be stitching this side. You can see the one folding. Fold this way. Why sewing? Take like 1 inch, take like 1 inch and sew. Why sewing? Just take like 1 inch and sew from this end. Give it a good allowance so it won't be difficult for you while inserting your boning wire. Alright, the boning wire I'm holding here is the strong boning wire, the half-inch boning wire. This is not the sewable one, the one you can just fold anyhow. No, get a strong one, a very strong one. Alright, I've already cut out mine, but please, before you cut out, what you do is take the boning wire the way it is, insert it inside your fabric first. Insert it, then before you cut it out, insert it where it stops. You cut it out, then you cut out 5 pieces. Like mine, I got 55 inches. I first of all insert a long boning wire. I cut it out, then use masking tape to cover the tips before cutting out the other 5 pieces. So you can do same here. For me, I got 55 inches and I cut out 5 pieces, okay? Please, while doing yours, make sure you close the tip of your boning wire, both ends. Close it up with your masking tape. Then once you're done doing that, you use your sewing machine to close it up. So I'll be starting the second one again. Don't forget to use masking tape to tape the edge of your boning wire. Once you're done doing that, then you sew down. Make sure you get up to 1 inch allowance. 1 inch allowance, so it will not be difficult for you while sewing. Now this is where the work is. I want to sew this part. You see this part here? I want to sew it down. Guys, the struggle no be here, but I'm not discouraging you. Once Unique got it, you also will get this design. So you start turning out. You will struggle. Oh. That's why I said get a very stretchy fabric. If you don't get the stretchy fabric, you might end up, in fact, you might lose hope here. You will run. So after turning and doing every, I let her sew it down, and I didn't show that side. Sorry, I didn't know, the camera didn't show that part. I didn't know it was not recording. So after sewing and stitching that long part I showed you now, my sewing machine, I turned it out and this was the outcome. You can see I've done the stitching. I struggled so much here. Hey, I struggled so much, but I ended up sewing it. Now it's remaining this part. You can see here. Next thing we'll now do is, if you can use your sewing machine, you're good to go. But for me, I had to use my needle and thread though. I use needle and thread here. So I just inserted my hand inside through that hole, as in from that band side. Then I picked the tip the way you're seeing it, because I want to sew from the back side of the fabric, not from the front, from the back side of the fabric. So I'll be using my needle and thread. If you can use your sewing machine, you are good to go. But for me, I couldn't. I don't want to spoil the needle in my sewing machine. So I just used my needle, my hand needle, understand? So you'll be doing your running stitch here, but it will be a closed one. Make sure you pick every end. You can see as I'm sewing, I'm pushing the boning wire down. You sew, you push the boning wire down. Please don't sew on top of the boning wire, okay? So continue to do your running stitch here. Just watch and see what I'm doing. Guys, that's why I said, if you're finding it difficult to use your sewing machine, use your needle and thread just to avoid injuries, yes. So you won't stress yourself. So at the tip here, I knot the whole thing after forming my running stitch, and I cut out the excess part. Then I had to push it back. This side was quite easy, unlike this other part. That long part, you show me shege promise, so but thank God, I I outshine it. So next thing you'll be doing again is to form your running stitch. This tip here, I didn't do it throughout. I just sewed the tip of this fabric. You can see what I'm doing. Just hold your fabric and do your stitching here. Okay? Watch and see where I stopped. I just want that top to have gathers. So I didn't bother tacking the whole long part, so that people that braid their hair can still wear this. So if you braid your hair, if you know you wear braid, I would advise you not to do a long running stitch. You understand? I just stopped here. You can see where I stopped. I stopped at the center of that design and I cut it out. So the final stage of this work is the tacking part. I would advise you, see, one thing you have to know in this world is it's all about creativity. You mustn't do what unique is doing. As I was doing this work, I observed that the more you fold this spiral or this bony, the more you fold it, it gives you different designs. And while I was attaching it, I make sure I didn't tack to the band. I avoided this band, you understand? So the more you fold, it gives you different designs. So anything that works for you, once you placed on your head, like before I tacked, I placed on my own head. I adjusted. Dummy didn't really give me what I wanted. I placed on the dummy head. I was struggling. At the time I said, no, let me place this on my head. I placed on my head and I folded. I got it on my head. So check. If you work with your dummy and it gave you a perfect look, good. If it doesn't work, place it on your own head. But I will tell you outrightly, for me, I placed on my own head before I got a point where I will tack. So anything you create is your own design. The more you fold, just tack, but don't tack on the band. So when I finished it, this was the outcome. And guys, you can fold it this way. This place will be on top, or you can also fold it this way, as in this way, and this will be on top. As I always say, it's all about creativity, okay? So after doing the final tacking, this was the outcome, guys. How do I look? Like, rate this work. Please, I won't fail to say this. If this video is helpful to you, kindly like, share, and also drop a comment on the comment section. See you guys in my next video. Bye.